Y'all gonna join me with some beatboxing this time? No? What's up, everybody? We're back for another episode of 50 Cents, where hopefully someday we'll make dollars and not just cents out of the sense or the nonsense that comes out of our brain. Man.
What?
You guys doing okay?
What are you doing?
We here.
We here.
We hanging.
We're hanging.
It's been a tough little period of time. And
It ain't even been a good, 2 or 3 weeks.
we're just out of February. I mean, just out of January.
Feel like it's been 6 months. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's been
It's rough out there in those streets.
tough.
It is.
In the MAGA streets.
You know, my new hashtag is Massa.
Oh, no.
M-A-S-A.
I don't think that's going to catch on.
Not Make America Great Again. It's M-A-S-A, Make America Suffer Again. Hashtag Massa.
What?
Wow.
All innuendos intended.
Really? Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey, man, let's get that circulated.
You heard it here first.
Give me a hat.
everybody.
I want a hat that says Massa.
Oh, okay, we'll get you one.
Make America Suffer Again.
We'll get you what color you want it to be. We'll get you one.
I don't even.
I want it to be red, white, and blue. No?
See. Oh my goodness
Hey,
gracious.
man, it's been...
Yeah, I'll get you one on Amazon. I'm sure Amazon got them.
Yeah. Don't be stealing that now, y'all. Somebody
It's
go
out
and,
there now.
Somebody go and
It's on
copyright
there
it.
now. It's
tomorrow.
going viral.
Somebody gonna copyright it
Yep.
already. But man, we were talking before the show about so many different things. Is we couldn't even pick one. There's just so many things going on. But the top of mind thing, I guess we might as well just jump in, is what's been on everybody's mind. Those three infamous initials that are now going by the way of most of our history. D.
You know, that's people say now that's really the new N word.
What, DEI?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why? Because the only reason DEI was implemented was because of black folk?
No, they just use that as code. That's a DEI hire.
Yeah.
They don't apply that to anything but, darker people, brown people.
Yo, that's racist.
That's just,
At least that's what I've heard. That's some people believe that's new. It's
Yeah.
just code for the N
well, I
word.
mean, that's the propaganda that's put out there. This, we're in a time now that is so reminiscent of other genocidal times in this world. The only thing that's not happening is planes flying by, dropping off leaflets. That's the kind of propaganda that we're dealing with.
Well,
you
they don't have
don't
to.
need them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got social media.
There you go.
So you don't.
Well,
you don't have to have that.
You don't have to drop leaflets.
You buy the leaflet
and you don't
now.
want to drop laptops because
Yeah.
phones because they're too expensive.
So they don't have to waste paper no more.
Cost as much as eggs.
Yeah, that's it is so uninformed and misguided.
Just do
when
your-
they, and again, the new president is just throws it out there because he knows anything he says will stick, even if it doesn't make sense. And
That just didn't make no sense.
you have to understand when they say that they are totally disregarding. It's like you're comparing apples to apples. Meaning, if you have two people that went to Harvard, let's say one was a minority and one was white, not somebody went to Harvard and then someone that didn't graduate high school
With a GED. Not
Right.
that a GED is bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's like the reality
one of
is
those
that
acronyms.
that's a different comparison.
Right.
And so that's the comparison they always throw out there.
Yeah.
Not understanding that most of these black people, brown people that are in, various positions, they went to Harvard. They went to these schools. They've had the same education. So your educational system in total is not good because you immediately discount them simply because of the color of their skin.
Or they've had more education
Oftentimes.
because they've had to
Oftentimes.
have dual degrees
Yep.
or higher levels of education to get the same positions.
And you know what's really extra ridiculous about it? Every black person in our generation and below probably were told as a child, you got to be twice as good.
Twice as good.
You got to work 10 times as hard. So these people that we see in these positions, that's why their resumes are immaculate, because they knew it had to be in order to even get a chance to have those. And now they're saying you're not qualified
You're not qualified.
when you've worked so hard to get there and acquired all the credentials, and now I'm not qualified because I'm black.
And see, that's the oxymoron. That's the paradigm that I don't think a lot of people are getting is they're saying we're not qualified not because we lack the education.
Right.
They're saying we're not qualified simply because
we black.
of the color of our skin.
Right.
You know?
Because we're going through the same exact training. You cannot get the certification, the degree, whatever.
No.
You're going through the same exact certification. So either everybody's bad, or there's no way you can segregate just because someone skin color is different.
Right.
They not just giving people air traffic controller jobs. I remember years ago, your wife, bless her heart, Donna, she wanted, at one point, I was kind of going through some, I didn't have a job or something. And she gave me this packet of how to become an air traffic controller.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, I took one look at it and I said, I don't think this is for me. It's not easy, man.
Right.
So it's like, if you're in that tower, you have the training.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're not going to still make a mistake. But it probably is not going to be because you didn't get trained. I don't think.
That makes me feel a little better though, because I thought it was just me.
What?
That she was bullying around.
Oh, no, bro. She had a whole plan.
I thought it was just me that was like, you need a better job.
She had a whole plan, bro.
You need to get a job. You need to get a
Yeah,
good
they
job,
hiring
bad
air
job.
traffic controllers here. Study this and go take the test and get into school. Do whatever.
That woman put in front of me the Series 7 exam preparation book one time, and then the life and health insurance preparation book one time. I was like, damn, I need to get it together. Right? But that's what a good woman to do, man.
Yep.
They'll make you better.
But I guess then back what we were saying, what the real question is, what are we going to do now? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, these things are happening. I don't think we can stop it right now. It doesn't appear that anybody can stop it. I don't know. But what do us as citizens black people of color out here, what do we do? Do we just adjust and say, okay, we kind of going, it's going to be kind of feeling like 1964 a little bit, maybe minus the dogs and the hoses. But it's going to be kind of that atmosphere, that vibe. Because I don't know if I'm losing it feels different in the world
does.
to me.
It does. It feels different.
Everywhere I go, I don't care where it is.
Sadly enough, I feel like every time somebody of the lighter hue drives by me, they're taking an extra long look.
Bruh.
I'm walking the dog last night, and I'm walking by the country club up here in this neighborhood, and it was like every car that drove by, parents come to pick their kids up who are playing tennis, they took an extra long look at me, like almost
You don't belong here,
verifying that I belonged in the neighborhood or something. Maybe it's just me. Maybe
No,
I'm
it's not
extra
just you,
sensitive,
man.
But it really did feel that way.
I get that in my neighborhood too from some people. And I've been there probably longer than everybody on my street at least.
Wow.
And there's still people that walk right past me in front of my house and won't even speak. With their dogs or whatever. I'm like, whatever. And to now, it's kind of like we said, I've kind of gotten immune to it, and it's a shame that I've lowered the bar for human beings. It's so low. I expect the worst from people. So I know that's messed up. But
No, but it's
that's how I can survive. I just don't expect.
it's the reality
you know
of
what I
what
mean?
we're living in, especially in my opinion, in light of the leadership that the majority of this country is now mindlessly following. Like it's like the Pied Piper leading the rats off the pier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shared a good video. The guy who was talking about what was happening and what they were doing, how they you sent that, right?
Probably, I think so.
When he was talking about just don't believe.
Yeah.
That was really
Yeah.
good. That was really good.
He effectively said there is a strategy, right, that they're implementing, and part of that strategy is inundating you with all kinds of different things going on. That's why we have all of this rapid succession of executive orders.
Right.
The number of different things that they are talking about in the media in terms of what they're doing, it's done on purpose to kind of distract us, if you will, so that you can't necessarily focus on addressing one particular issue. And they are purposely just kind of pepper spraying you with all of this stuff so that you'll be like, I don't even know what to address first. So then you end up addressing nothing.
But that's kind of sad though, because what does that say about us? That things are so blatantly in your face, and we still don't have the desire to educate ourselves. We just kind of accept it. Are we just sheep being led to the slaughter?
Well,
Yeah.
when you look at what is going on with specifically the Republican Party, it is just like, why is everyone so scared of him?
That's the biggest mystery in the world, isn't it?
Why is everyone
I don't
so
get
scared
it.
of him?
I don't.
And again, he throws out he blows these dog whistles, such that he just says stuff just to say it. He knows it's going to stick. And what gets me is when people in his camp say, "Oh, he wasn't serious."
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to know when he's serious and when he's not? He's serious. All of this stuff he's talking about,
He said
he's
it.
very serious. Kind
Yeah.
of a mini purge he's talked about.
Dude.
All of these things he is trying to make happen. And I don't understand why people are so scared of him and think that he's smarter than he really is.
Who's scared of him?
Everybody.
The Republican Party.
And half of the Democrats.
You think the Republican Party is scared of him, or is it simply that him being in office is a financial benefit to most of them? Because let's not forget about
There's probably an element of that.
Yeah.
But that's also, you could say that too for the Democrats as well. Because there's some very, there are Democratic billionaires who are also benefiting from.
it, and a lot of it is about the wealth.
Yeah,
It transcends
100%.
race. So to me, the pecking order of the discrimination, of the prejudice, is wealth, then race, and then sex. To me, it's okay as long as it's benefiting me financially, and I can ignore it, and I can deal with it because I've got money to throw it at and do what I want to do. It really doesn't matter what you think or feel. But now you're affecting my pocket. Oh no! And you're black too now. Then you're a woman.
You know what? You got a good point. I do think you're right. I think he's just a front man. They let him get out there and just distract us. When the
Yes.
Elon Musk of the world are the ones actually executing some agenda. While we're over here worrying about, he talking about, he gonna kick the people out of Palestine and put some hotels and make it beautiful, and we gonna look at that, and then over here he won't let the Congress into the Department of Education. And I was like, how does he? We didn't vote for him. He wasn't elected. How does he do that? I don't get it. He has, it looks like private security guarding these buildings and they have taken them over. It's the craziest thing. But I think you are right. I think Trump, we got to remember, Trump is a TV actor or whatever. They've given him a script and he's out there. That's why he's out there every day in some kind of rally type situation, because he's performing for people.
He is absolutely working off a script.
Yeah, because he says the same stuff every single time.
Same stuff. He throws it out there, and then 30 days later, he's going to say, "Oh, they gave in, so now I'm going to extend it," like with China, right? Or no, Canada, right? Well, they gave in because I stood firm, and now I'm going to extend it. But it was going to be extended no matter what.
But the thing about that, they didn't give in. They agreed to do something they were already doing. They played him, but they won't tell you that. And but he's out there just. It's a script. He, like the other day, he said Tommy Tuberville coached Patrick Mahomes. And, Patrick Mahomes like, huh? What? I don't know him. He never coached me.
I hope I hate to say this.
But they won't even come back and say it wasn't true. Tommy Tuberville tried to make it seem like it was true. So it's like, that part I don't get.
Yeah.
Is why they co-sign on his stuff like that.
Like I said, I think if it's benefiting them financially, they'll keep their mouth shut. When it starts to take the money away from they think they deserve, then they start to speak up.
I think, though, he has a shelf life, though. I think it'll get to a point where
I agree.
They don't need that anymore.
I agree.
And you can go now.
Well, and two, I think there's just so much ego when you talk about Musk, Ramaswamy, just all of these people he's appointing. That is going to cave in at some point.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm not speaking bad of anybody, but let's just face it, their qualifications for the roles that they've been assigned, you wouldn't do that in any other sector of life. You know what I mean? You couldn't do that in a company. You couldn't do that in a public company specifically. So their shortcomings are going to come forward.
I hope they come forward before there's some type of civil uprising.
We ain't gonna have no uprising, man.
You don't think so?
No, man. It's gonna have to get to the point where people don't have food. Then something
I think that we're headed.
But right now, folk, they still living okay.
Yeah, that's right now. Like you said, we're just 2 months into it, a month and a half.
Yeah.
Into it. I think we're heading for, call me, conspiracy theorist. I think we're heading for more than just a recession. I think we are heading for a 1920s type depression where people are literally going to be on soup lines and there's going to be 1% of folk sitting on their island somewhere while the rest of us are trying to scratch out a living. And unfortunately, just look at the history of this country. Whatever major social change has ever come about without some type of civil unrest, or need I say, violence? I'm not wishing it. I'm not wanting it. But I'm thinking,
I don't know that
what makes the change? Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know that I see it to that extent. But
I see.
But see, that leads to the next question. Is what I was asking, what we're gonna do. I haven't gotten to that point either. I don't think we're at the Hunger Games quite yet. Not to say it ain't coming, but we ain't there yet.
When we start paying $5 for one egg.
Well, the eggs ain't good for you no way, man.
No, I'm ready to take out
eggs. Have protein.
Man.
Eggs got protein,
but it's cholesterol too, right?
It ain't.
Okay,
we have that's a different. That's a different. We need to have that health conversation. Yes, it is. It's not as bad as people think. But go ahead.
Man, I'm ready to take out a second mortgage just to get some more eggs.
Right.
Dude,
got to be careful.
Got one egg left.
Scramble eggs on special occasions.
It's like, can I get a loan? I'm ready to go to payday loans or something.
Stop high-siding.